All right, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of The Kitchen Sink, where we'll be having exclusive live event details. Obviously not this second live, because ain't nothing that goddamn live. But what we do have today for our topics, we're going to be talking about Golden State's easy run into the finals and possibly likely an NBA championship. Only stating that because it's a topic that is very public, by the way. It's a parentheses. I know I'm not supposed to say that shit, but I felt like doing it anyway. Also going to be talking about McDonald's pay. Fucking outrageous. YouTube record labels. Drew and his top to 15 albums so far.
No, not me.
Bitch, it's you. You Drew. Steam Link and the Fallout 4 hype. OMG, the Patriot Act. Redux, by the way. And on that note, I am at Mr. Gomez210 at Twitter. The floor is y'all's.
All right. How about these Golden State, man? Hey. Y'all may not think so. I think they had an easy run to the finals, man. I know the East was, fucking suspect and all that shit. But every single team they played, they've had a key person missing at the most important position on the floor, which is that point guard.
Was that like injuries?
Injuries. Every single round so far, they've had an injury.
What about their team? Did they have any key injuries?
No.
That sounds like great team. No, that
sounds like fucking luck. That sounds like luck. You can't plan health.
No, fuck that. No.
You can't plan health.
Players, so therefore, they are benefiting from everyone being healthy. It's simple math. 1 + 1 = 2. So if everyone else would have did the same thing they did, maybe they wouldn't have all these cripples on the team.
You can't plan health, though. You can't plan health. You can't plan health.
You can't?
You can't. No. You can plan health. You can take every preventative measure.
It's called conditioning.
Yeah, man.
Or it can be called weak body syndrome, like you like to cite people all the time.
Well, I guess I don't have weak body syndrome compared to that $1 million weak body he got.
Oh.
Anyway, the point when I'm saying it was like, think about them. Every single one they faced had a key cog missing. Like Houston. Houston had their main defensive dude that could have shut down Curry. Well, not shut him down, but at least could have contained him a bit more. When you say Drew, if they had Beverly, they had Patrick Beverly.
No, I don't necessarily think so because they had the base guard. They had the base guard.
Base guard is in the building.
I forgot.
So he put the curse on James Harden for not doing that. All right. Salute.
Excluding the base guard curse, Patrick Beverly would have did some damage to. Stephen Curry.
I don't think he would have helped. He would have helped, but I don't think he would have did like serious damage.
Nah.
I think he would have helped him. Like he would have taken.
What about old boy from Memphis? What's his name? He looked like a little rat. What's his name? He played for O State. I can't remember his name. They're point guard. Either way, doesn't matter. He's a beast, and he broke his damn eye socket in the middle of that goddamn series. When it was still a series.
How do you break your eye socket?
He got kneed in the face.
He should have took proper precautions and put up his edge guard.
Yeah, apparently they didn't teach him how to guard his face.
He was properly trained. He would have been able to block that all day.
Exactly. He would have got tutoring.
Properly trained in what?
Rip Hamilton. From Rip Hamilton.
You didn't see his face mask he got? There's a lot of motherfuckers getting their face broken.
He looked like Hannibal Lecter with that mask on too.
Yep.
How can you properly protect your face like that? I don't understand.
Because they have it where it's here. It's all.
Yeah, but you don't go into like, oh, I'm gonna get kneed in the face.
But it's possible.
You're in an aggressive environment with no padding. You have to learn how to protect yourself sooner or later. A mouth guard is
plus you're playing professional basketball. Those are giant man gorillas.
Yeah.
They'll rip your fucking arms off. You should take the proper precaution.
So should they wear helmets now in basketball? Is that what you're saying?
No, they shouldn't wear helmets. But you gotta know how to flinch sometimes. Hey, don't get me wrong. When you are a bitch every now and then when you flinch, but goddamn it, when you see it, you have to have
the link. I'm gonna send you guys the link. I'm gonna send you guys the link.
I mean, did you not see the knee until it was in your eye?
No.
Because that's a long travel.
Like you said, they're professional athletes, right?
Yeah.
They do this better than anybody else, right?
Yeah.
That means they're bigger, faster, stronger. He is not seeing a professional knee come into the face in a basketball game.
You just sat there and said professional, faster, stronger. So that means he should
his reflexes
strong.
Either way, I still think these injuries led to Golden State's easy ass run to the finals.
Exactly.
I know the East was weak. I know, LeBron mopped up, Atlanta Hawks like I said they were going to do. They're fucking the worst #1 seed ever of all time. Anyway,
I can't agree with you. They were #1 seed.
They were #1 seed.
I still can't agree with you because regardless if other teams were missing key components as defenders, you have an all-star shooting fucking starting team.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right. And that Memphis series was a series before he got hurt. That's what I'm saying. They were down. They were down in that series before he got hurt. They were down 2-1.
So you say one man did it all.
At that position, if it was like a shooting guard or like a center or something like that, wouldn't have been as big of a deal. But the point guard is our modern day quarterback for the NBA.
Yeah,
they run everything on the court. If you're missing that key piece, it will mess up everything. I mean, look at Cleveland's about to go in the shitter. I think they'll be lucky to win a game. They'll be lucky to win a game without Kyrie.
Why not? J.R. Smith has been showing up.
Not on Thursday.
Yeah, that's true.
Not fully show.
Well, he probably wasn't expecting to have to show up too. He probably wasn't expecting that Kyrie was going to have a broken knee. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going for Cleveland. For no way, shape, or form. Everybody knows I will never go for Cleveland. But you can never count these dudes out. You know what I'm saying? You can never count these dudes out. They didn't put this team together for nothing. They didn't bring all the key elements.
Yeah, but LeBron, Kyrie's down and Love's down. LeBron has had like the worst luck with fucking healthy teammates, man. That fool cannot get a healthy fucking teammate to save his goddamn life, man.
Yep, in a minute.
But Love has been down, so he hasn't really been a factor in the last two series. So
I know.
I bet you that was Kyrie's reaction to. No!
That got me.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, that's all I wanted to say.
I bet you that motherfucker drinks some damn milk. His knee wouldn't have broken. Milk is good for your body, bitch.
Milk is awful for your body.
That's another subject to talk about.
We're not supposed to really drink that shit.
Why we're not. Nobody drinks secretions from another animal. That is gross.
And it was funny, Buzz. I told you this before. My first sergeant had told me when I was in the Army. He's like, we're the only species that drink milk. That still drink milk. We are literally the only species. You don't see cats. Only reason why cats drink milk is because we give it to them. Other than that, they don't look for cats. They're not looking for cats. They're looking for other milk cats. Crazy. I wonder why we do that. I gotta make me a fucking time machine, go back and figure out why the fuck I put milk in my cereal.
That shit tastes delicious.
We'll never know. We never tried anything else.
I tried water. I've tried water, and it's gross.
Water's a universal solvent. It shouldn't have been gross.
Because the milk, what the hell? The milk holds in the juices, dude. It's so good.
It's cereal. There's nothing juicy about cereal. It's dry.
When you wetted it, does. And the milk is a perfect lubricant.
Thank you. Negative.
Negative.
Let's get off this fucking topic because it wasn't even part of our fucking shit.
Yeah, because it fucking
I'll
sucks.
talk about what I want to talk about.
It fucking sucks.
All right, let's talk
Milk's not
about
in
these.
this shit.
Let's talk about these employees that work at fast food restaurants that want to make about $15 an hour.
Slackers.
Now listen, I'm gonna put it like this: if you graduated high school with ambitions only to be a fucking fryer, a mopper, or a hamburger flipper for the rest of your fucking life, I'm sorry, your whole mind state and whatever the hell you were taught to try to do to do better things in life is fucking retarded.
If you had a nanny though, how much would you pay her to take care of you?
That's her kids.
A nanny, you're taking care of a life.
But wait, she could be frying. She could be frying your burgers.
Yeah, but she's not. Come on, Drew. Come on, man.
No, I'm just messing with you.
You're not fostering life. You're not molding a life. You're molding a fucking hamburger with your
What
fucking
if they had a daycare at McDonald's?
Then those daycare workers should get paid more.
Exactly.
Not the people flipping the burgers.
Come on now. Like I said, if that was a fucking case, I would have never joined the Army. I'd have never tried to better my life. I'd have never tried to make it to where me and my wife would be. I would stay at fucking McDonald's and be like, hey,
I can make $20 an hour at McDonald's.
Are you serious? Come on, that is not a lifetime goal.
I would just stay in the freezer all day at McDonald's.
And this is my thing though. This is they complain about it. Oh, we're not getting paid enough. To do what? To get fucking pull out a tray, get your little
give me the wrong order.
Your tongs. Yeah. And get a fucking patty and throw it in my goddamn sandwich on my buns. Spread some mayonnaise, mustard, some fucking pickles, and give it to me in a wrapper. You want $15 for that?
But
to tell you the truth, it's not even a patty.
Yo, the fucking part about it is though that picture you posted on Facebook, bro. Like,
it's gonna start happening. You gotta think about it.
They had the kiosks taking care of their job. Like, they do it at Sheetz. Y'all have Sheetz where you guys are at?
They got it. They got it everywhere. Matter of fact, in China, they have it to where you got their waiters are fucking robots. Wake up, fucking America! You gotta get replaced if you don't fucking start changing your ambitions and goals.
I mean, you gotta bring something to the table. You gotta bring something to the table.
Different. I wouldn't mind the $15 so much, depending on how many hours they're getting. So if it's based on hourly, obviously it is. If they're working like 3 hours, all right, well, cool, whatever. But if they're trying to work like 9 hours, one person, 10 hours, like fuck it, I'm gonna just get this overtime. No, fuck that.
Yeah, and if they're doing that,
I think they should raise it, but they should hire more employees to cover shifts.
So here's the deal. The reason why they want to get paid so much, or one of the reasons, is not because of the work, not because of anything like that. It's because of how much money McDonald's is making. So that'd be like me going to my job. You know, like I'm not doing anything more. I'm not doing anything better. I'm not better at my job. I'm not bringing anything better to the table. But y'all got a $20 million bonus. I want some more money just because. You know, like if you're not bringing that to the table, like how.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that,
but then I also disagree because there are people that probably do bust their butts at McDonald's that would want a little bit more pay.
That's called merit. That's merit. That's merit-based raises, bro.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if that's the case, they need to do that, not just give everybody 15. Because
you know where else they do that at, and you actually get recognized for the shit. The military.
Oh yeah.
The military. You want $15 fucking an hour? Why don't you go see what we do? Why don't you see what our cooks do? For less than $15 fucking an hour.
The cooks, my niggas.
Come on, man. That's I can't find no justification on why these guys want more fucking money.
None. Like I thought about this as many times as possible. I mean, I've worked. I worked for a fast food company for like a month, and I was like, I can't do this because it was just mind-numbingly repetitive and
redundant.
None of my talents were brought out working at this place.
No,
I'm not going to say the place, but
I put it like this: if you want that kind of money, go be a fucking a school bus driver or one of those supervisors in a school bus. They get paid $20 an hour to supervise kids just to sit there and run on the bus. If you're really that fucking lazy, just go do that. And to me, that's a harder job because the kids be fighting, they be cussing people out, beating up school bus drivers.
I was the worst.
Go do something worth your damn money because $15 an hour to me is not worth it. I'm sorry. If I was in that state government, whatever the fuck the governor, whoever the fuck runs that goddamn place, I would shut that shit down ASAP.
Right. Now, if you're raising minimum wage, that's fine. I'm not on board with a blanket McDonald's raise.
That's difficult anyway because of franchising too. Like that's.
Oh yeah, well, that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother story with them. I'm sorry. Like I said, I can't find no justification for that. McDonald's, Sonic's, Whataburger, it doesn't fucking matter. That's something that you did out of high school or during high school just to get some extra money in your pocket to go put some gas in your car, go to the club with your boys, go hang out, take your girl out to dinner. But that's not something that you graduate school from and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go fucking do McDonald's for the rest of my fucking life. Really?
Well, and I don't think, in fairness, I don't think that's what they're saying.
That's what's gonna end up happening, though.
Okay, yeah, so you're right.
Well, I mean, honestly, can you blame them? There's no middle class anymore. Bro.
At $15 an hour, would you want to leave? Fuck no.
Shit. Me and my wife, we make well over $100,000 a year, and we're still like almost working poor.
And I'm the
broke one. Like, it's just like I know how much work I put in for my paycheck, and for them to get close to what I'm making, I'm like, no.
Exactly.
Fuck no. 12
years in the Army, my retirement is gonna be exactly what you make in fucking 2 weeks. Fuck that.
And then, Drew, I don't know how much you make in your profession, you know what I mean? Because I know you make your own prices, right?
Yeah, but then I'm also doing stuff as far as like installs, but I'm saying on my freelance stuff, yeah, I make my own prices. But yeah, like I give them a wage and I kind of set that out, but it's not.
But that's a talent. What you're doing is a talent. That's a skill. That's a trade.
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody
can.
I
feel you. Like, I'm there with y'all. I'm there with y'all with the McDonald's.
Doing the flipping or the washing or whatever.
Come on.
The little beat dance at work. Yeah. But yeah, no, I feel you because I didn't even know this was an issue. I haven't seen that on
news. Yeah. Oh man, this has been all over. This has been all over, man.
I think Seattle actually got it towards $15 an hour. A lot of the fucking for what I read.
Well, in Seattle, that's fine because they got a lot of high motherfuckers that need to go eat. They need as many people at these fucking places to fucking feed them as possible. So that's fine. Like Seattle and Denver, that's okay. Like those places.
All I know that shit starts happening where I'm at. You can cancel your fucking tip any goddamn restaurant I go to. Any damn restaurant, and then don't have the nerve. And then don't have the nerve to put a fucking gratuity on my receipt either.
That's the kicker.
Boy, that's the kicker, man. Ain't nobody getting no motherfucking money from me.
if I go to the bar or to a restaurant and they're putting in work, they're bringing me my drinks, they're asking me how I'm doing, you know, they're making me feel good about my decision to come to the restaurant, and I know they're not getting paid well, I tip them because, you know, my wife worked in that service for years. You know, she worked herself through college and everything, you know what I mean, and her livelihood was her tips, you know what I mean, but she worked for her money. Her hourly wage was like $1.50 or something like that as a waitress at the
because they were dependent on tips.
Right, on the tips, you know, like, so you press a button and you get $15 an hour? Suck my dick.
2 times sideways with Ebola on it. Damn kidding.
Well, yeah, that was.
Sorry about my rant. I like to uppercut a McDonald's worker now.
Fire my laser.
All right, so explain to me about this these YouTube record labels somebody was.
Oh man, okay,
that's something.
Is this a real thing? Is this a real thing?
See, I didn't even know about this either, man.
I didn't know about this shit either. What's going on?
Drew's in the game.
Yeah, so apparently, what YouTube is doing is they're cutting out major record labels. They're cutting them out of the whole discovering the artist, all that shit out of the equation. Why? Because everyone posts their shit on YouTube anyway already.
And that makes sense if you think about it.
So they're cutting them out of the process, and they're thinking about they're having a press conference, like a kind of like a formal like Q&A panel, about it here recently soon. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know, but it's it's brilliant and smart.
So how okay.
I want to hear how Juice says it makes sense because I think I know what he's gonna say.
I'm wondering about the logistics as far as how typical record labels are run, as opposed to how they're going to do that. This is
what they're probably going to do. What they're probably going to do is do it by views, just like they've been signing off for the time being, as far as like how people got discovered, like with Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber. But then see, that's
going to piss me off because then there's going to be people fucking tricking their fucking shit out. And I gotta be inundated with all kind of fucking shit. Watch my shit, please. So
exactly.
Well, actually, no. They actually have a whole system they're putting in place using data analysis. So based on what you were saying, just like what you were saying, based off views on the region. So if you're in a region that's not listening to garbage or whatever, if it's not popular, then they're not gonna market that person for that area.
I could see this as a good thing too, because there's a lot of people out there on YouTube that has legit talent, that has legit really good music that would never get recognized because they're not commercialized like Lil Wayne and everybody fucking else is. So I think that's an actual good thing.
And that era is
there's so many talented. Yeah,
like that era is gone where there's artists on record labels like Epic and all these other ones getting like major deals. Like this is probably the better thing, I'm thinking. And I don't know how to do it in the long run because you have to actually post videos.
Well, see, that was my next thing though. That actually could also hurt us as an economy as well too, because you're cutting out so many different jobs.
No, record companies aren't that.
Record companies aren't, but the people who make the actual plastic for the CD covers, the people who actually make the
that's what he's
talking about. But
they make money off
technology is putting them out of business.
That's true too.
Technology.
Wouldn't YouTube be technically a technology-based application?
Yeah, but this isn't the reason.
But without YouTube, it'd still be going on because there's people that still don't even go back. Like I know there's a lot of UK artists that go back and want to put their stuff on wax just because of the fact of the quality of music. But a lot of people, that's kind of like an acquired taste. So, like, getting a hard copy, most of the time people just want stuff quick and fast nowadays when you listen to music.
I haven't bought an actual... The last CD that I bought was what?
Mine was TGT.
Shit.
Tank Genuine Tyrese album.
It had to be one of the No Limit albums. I don't even remember.
Oh, wow.
That's what I bought was that TGT.
Because when I got to high school, Ace will tell you, we went to high school with all these smart-ass motherfuckers who was ripping shit and all kinds of shit. Once I got to high school,
popular.
I didn't pay for another like legit thing since until like last few years when I started actually making money. I can
So at 8-13, he admitted to piracy. So when the cops come and ask me,
no, I didn't. No, I didn't. All right, Drew. What the fuck is up with all these goddamn albums? What the fuck are you talking about? We're talking about 50 fucking albums.
Yeah, well, not 50. We're gonna cut it down to 15. So No, I came across this feed where they were talking about the best 50 albums in 2015 so far, and I'm really wanting to see what y'all's take is on it. I actually have the site where
hit me with it. I haven't looked at anything.
Okay, like the first one they have up, and this is not in any particular order.
Wow. So how is it the top 15 then?
I'll just pick 15 out of the 50.
So that's see, and I was right, Status. I was right. This is Drew's top 15.
Drew's top 15.
But I wouldn't necessarily say that it's mine because these are already people. They've already said this. Like, it's not like me listening to these. I'm listening to these y'all on the fly right now. So if it's trash, it's trash. Even though people have said that it's one of the top 50 out of the 50 albums.
All right. Go for it. Let's see what we got. I'm pretty sure I've never heard none of these guys. But
we got Action Bronson.
Never heard of him.
Wonderful.
Pass.
Okay. Do you even want to hear one track?
Go ahead.
You guys are being intolerant.
Go for it.
I've never heard of the guy.
Go for it.
I heard of Charles Bronson. He's a great actor.
Yeah. Just look him up. People know who he is. Whoever's in here.
I've heard of him. Fucking Anwar was trying to get me on that guy. I can do it.
Yeah, Anwar did put something there.
Oh, this is funny. Now, I should have checked this out before I did this, but it's trying to send me to Spotify to play this crap from the website. So
go to YouTube, brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Pull up some stuff. If my phone could go a little faster.
So that's album 1. 14 left to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. So I'm already at 3 thumbs down. So.
No, I feel you on that because I really don't listen to Action Bronson. I've seen him before. He's done some stuff with Witchcraft.
I've heard him. He's not my bag of tea, but I got an old soul, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what have you listened to recently, Drew? Like as far as new music stuff has come out, that
is he a big white dude?
Yeah, with red beard.
Yeah. I found him on
Red Beard. Got the Red Beard, huh?
Yeah. New album, Mr. Wonderful, available now. It's pretty popular already.
Is this like a bass guy thing?
No.
I wouldn't say he's like that, but it's. Is
he a wrestler? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's a big dude.
He's a big dude. Like, just check him out. I'm trying to see if I can find something to play.
This is uncomfortable. I'm looking at this guy. I'm envious of that beard though.
Oh, he must have made it a little better.
What's the next album?
Here we go. I got you. I'll play a little bit of something from him.
He's got an amazing album cover. Let me tell you what.
To which one?
Rare Chandeliers.
Red Chandeliers.
Rare Chandeliers. That is a dope ass album cover. I was looking at Google Images.
Oh, Google Images. Okay.
Thanks, Google. Here, I'll put it in the little thing. Oh shit, I can't do that.
I'm sitting here smashing.
You think that's cool? I don't like that.
You don't like that? That's amazing. No. That's amazing. Check that out.
No, I don't like it.
Hey, check that out. I'll put the link up, man.
Put the link up. Let's check and see what
Drew, you gonna play the song?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
When I'm with you. Because you treat me like shit. I paid for the bed and never even slept in it. I paid for that crib and never stepped foot in. And now somebody
he sound like a white version of Fat Joe.
Things changed, now my dashboard wooden. All black bands like the young Doc couldn't.
He really does. He sound like Fat Joe.
Dog shades cause I'm stone crazy. Girl, we grown. Stop playing on my phone, baby. All your childish attempts to make me angry fall short.
So they're saying that's one of the better albums.
Don't like it.
No, I feel you. I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing.
Not my bag of tea. He should do WWE though. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think he would go good with that. Definitely.
He would make much more money than whatever that is. So
yeah, most definitely. Don't like him.
Next.
All right. How long seeing yours?
We could do the UFC like Roy Nelson.
No, he would get his shit pushed in so far in.
He looks like Bam Bam Bigelow to me.
Oh shit! You put
shit! Hold on.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Hold on, Bam Bam Bigelow.
You remember Bam Bam Bigelow?
Yeah, I remember Bam Bam Bigelow. I just want to do a side by side comparison.
Oh, okay.
He reminds me. That's what I thought it was rapping. Okay, the next album is Alabama Shakes.
He looks just like Bam Bam Bigelow. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Holy shit. My fault, Drew. You should have said that. You should have said that.
Oh, that's cool. The next album is called Sound and Color by Alabama Shakes. They're apparently a rock band. They ooze different styles of rock. If you could mix, what does it say?
I hope people won't hear me eating.
Like Southern soul and glam rock. Let me see if it'll play something. See, the thing is, I gotta reconsider this because I know Spotify.
That's a very specific genre.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna, if I could have, I wish I had like a notepad here or something, or an iPad, so I can look at that and then look those up at the same time.
Sucks to be you, nerd.
Yeah, it does.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Let me see. See if it'll play it from here. Without me going back to Spotify, because that's crap.
Where's your phone
So
at?
are you gonna name the rest of these motherfucking albums?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll just keep going then. The next one is American Wrestlers, self-titled.
So are these a lot? Are these a lot of underground guys?
It's just
not
picking
mainstream.
from whatever. It's picking up all types of stuff.
So where are you picking up these like?
Yeah, what was your source? What was your source?
Yeah.
This is off of spin.com. That's just what I'm saying. It's not necessarily mine. Yeah. If y'all can get to the stuff fast.
It's like a
So this is like rap. This is like hip hop specifically. Sorry, I cut you off.
It's a mixture of everything from what I'm reading here. Like you got rock albums, this is another underground rock band.
Yeah, I see what he's saying.
Give me the name of that thing again.
Spin.com, spinandcircles.com, you know?
American Wrestlers, self-titled. They have a lo-fi sound. I don't know if y'all know what a lo-fi sound is.
Explain it.
Y'all know lo-fi.
If you don't know, explain it for the
It's
rest
for
of the
low fidelity. It's low fidelity.
Mhm.
Most of the time, it's taken off the high end, off the frequency range for music. So like what you used to hear back when people used to have 8-tracks and like stuff that was cut on wax.
Mhm.
You still have detail, but it's not high fidelity. Like, you know how if we watch HD, you get the full picture, but if you go back to a black and white TV, you don't get that detail, but you still get the picture.
Can you
Why
hear
would
that?
you an old vintage type of feel? Yeah, we can hear it.
This is something, it sounds like something I would never listen to.
I might listen to this.
It's got a nice tone to it. I like the guitar tone.
I'm
I
about
don't know what
to
he's
say,
saying.
if they cut the person out singing, then yeah, it'd be good.
I don't know what he's saying. Next album, I can't pronounce this. Bass Code, Coyote, Nijo Gangba Power.
I pass.
Pass.
Yeah, I don't. West African group.
Pass.
Let's see.
They got
There's
a
another
ball.
group called.
Oh my god.
Wow. Best Coast California Nights.
Best Coast.
I like that.
California Nights. I like it already. I like the name of that.
The album cover has 2 girls on it. One of
Dope.
them's in a
Hold on,
robe.
hold on. I
Looks
got
like
it.
she has a
Yep. What is it called? I definitely gotta see this.
Best Coast California Nights.
The video's already starting off dope.
Put the link up.
Put the link up.
It's only one song too, so
Yep, I'm in. I'm in.
what do they sound like to you? Because I'll read some of the stuff that it's saying.
Sounds like everything I want to listen to right now.
It says the laziest way to approach this LP would be to tag it to the duo's serious album, which makes them come completely ignored and fine-tuned.
Yo,
It's
yeah,
more-
I'm in. I'm in.
It kind of sounds like doing
I'm
a
in.
shoegazy type thing.
I'm in. Oh, let me get this for you, Ace. I'm in. This is definitely up your alley, boy.
Oh, yeah.
This is definitely not a girl. That's a guy and a girl, by the way.
Doesn't matter. I'm in.
No, I'm just saying to reiterate that way, you know.
What does it sound like? Because I could barely hear it.
It's like I don't.
You send me the link?
Have you heard heard Florence?
Yeah.
In the machine. Less not as loud, but them.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of a mellow tone, like mellow,
Does that make sense to you?
melodramatic. Yeah, it makes sense. I know what you mean.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, that's cool. Something to ride to. You could listen to that while you're driving down the street or something, or hitting the sunset or something like that. So it kind of sounds like that.
This is the audio.
The next album is Bjork.
I know them.
Ballin' Cure. I know who Bjork is, but I haven't listened to any of his music.
Yeah.
He has a song. He has a song on YouTube that'll shoot straight to a link on that. Or
His
play from
name's-
here.
I don't want to do this. All right.
Okay, next one is
Thank
Black
you.
Slice Mysteries.
Is
Let me
that a
see.
title of a film?
Black Slice Mysteries. I'm gonna have to check that one out just because the name. Just because
I'm
the
trying
title
to see
was
what it is.
Black
What genre it
Slice
is.
Mysteries.
But
you
it's
appear in that?
CI.
Did you appear in that?
CIL.
CIL.
Yeah.
CIL.
LICE.
Oh,
And they have a lo-fi production as well. I also can play there's an album stream on YouTube. This helps a little better, minus the Spotify. Here you go. Okay. I mean, that's kind of to give you something.
What? That was Black Slice.
Yeah. CILICE.
Did they come from Kimbo or?
It kind of seems like it because they're pretty aggressive with their tone.
I hope they
But
have
that's
beards.
just nothing but. That's
I
nothing
hope
but they don't have any
beards.
pictures. It's
I hope
just
they have beards and
album
weird nipple keloids in their middle of their chest. That'd be good.
The album cover's kind of odd. It's a black majority black, and then right in the middle there's some white kind of ink.
Hey,
Yeah,
is Donnie and the Trumpet anywhere on this list?
Let me look. I'm gonna roll.
Donnie
scroll
and
down.
the Trumpet.
Or Donnie the Trumpet, whatever his name is. That album was dope. It was free on iTunes.
Is that the one you sent us?
Yes. Oh my lord.
Oh, I have it on my what you call it. If y'all want me to
Amazing.
run some of it.
Yo, if you got it, run some of that,
I
dude.
can run a little
Run the
bit.
very first
Oh,
track.
man.
This is dope.
Donnie Trumpet.
Donnie Trumpet, dude. Dope, man.
Yeah. Let me see.
Donnie Trumpet and the Social Experiment.
Yeah. Oh man. Like I fell in love with that album, man.
His album covers are dope.
Tim, you may not like him because sometimes he raps off beat. I know you don't like it.
I don't like rap.
Well, but I know especially you don't like when people rap off beat a little bit.
Yeah, like Silk the Shocker.
Yeah. Oh well, that guy fucking sucked balls. Oh man.
I can play some of that. You want some of that Silk?
No, I don't. I don't.
What's funny is niggas used to swear by Silk the Shocker back in the day. Oh, he's so
Who? Whom? Like, you can swear by C.
when it was
Murder
Pittsburgh niggas.
or Master P or or like Mia X, who was actually good at rapping.
You
Me actually.
Mac. What about Mac Shell Shocked, who got locked up? That dude. Oh man, that dude was the best.
You talking about Surf, right? Here we go.
Oh yeah.
I was never a No Limit fan, but
Oh man, I used to love it. I just heard the song that just went in my head was "If I Could Turn Back the Hands of Time." That is extremely loud.
Not a care in the world or a pot for the piss, which we share because a pear costs a lot. Not a pear in the world that the world wouldn't miss much as this.
We
And
can
if it
stop
isn't the
now.
same, then it's apples and lemonade.
There you go. He acted up.
The song was good until he started rapping.
What do you mean?
Hey Tim, I off of this, I implore you to listen to that album though.
I can.
Implore you to listen
The
to
way
that.
it started off, I thought it was just gonna be something nice.
Dude, it is.
I don't need to
It really is.
hear the guy rapping.
Dude, it really is, bro. Dude, it really is, man. You got to give it a chance. Like you're so slapstick with your goddamn
You say slapstick?
or knee jerk.
Yeah.
Yes, knee jerk reactions, man. You gotta check it out, man.
I don't like hip hop nowadays. I don't like rap. You know that.
I know, but this
But he doesn't. It's not typical rap. It's not typical rap. The stuff that he talks about is not typical rap.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. But as soon as he formed his lips to start rapping, is when it was done for me.
Oh, okay.
I just we've been trying to get you to listen to Kendrick, even though you swear his music's for women for some reason.
I don't understand.
But
I don't want to go back on that. Like I said, I don't want to go back on that topic.
That was a great. Hey, that would have been great for the podcast.
We can still do it. I still live by that standard. I don't give a shit what you say.
You guys to this last album, man. God.
Right now we're talking about another 7.5 albums on the top.
What I'll do?
50.
What I'll do?
That doesn't include Kendrick Lamar.
I'll skip to some of the stuff that I've come across within the past 6 to 7 months that I've run across on SoundCloud. I'll give these people I wouldn't say these are best albums, but they're singles. So I'll throw out some of their names and whatnot. A track I came across about 3 months ago by this dude named Obeson. It's O-B-E-S-O with the dash and the
I'm already out. I know how to spell. I hate trying to do all this fucking shit.
It's all good, but no, I'm gonna just play a little bit of the song. I'm gonna play a little bit of the song for you because he got 752,000 plays on SoundCloud.
Holy shit, on SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You actually click on something on SoundCloud, it just starts playing right away. So that's probably how you got it. So I don't give a shit. I'll give a shit.
It sounds like a good
It sounds like Weeknd.
Yeah, the Weeknd. There you go. That guy.
The guy that sings, he hasn't got featured on his song. It's more of the beat. The guy that makes the beat. It's not the guy singing.
So that is the Weeknd.
It's a dude named Chris Diamond. I have no idea who he is.
Well, Chris Diamond is a fighter.
Yeah, he's a fighter. Jonestown
Is that auto-tune here?
The beat's dope, but
Yeah.
The production's dope.
the production's dope.
Yeah,
that guy
got more notoriety than the track.
because that guy having an orgasm on track is not what's up.
Yeah.
A woman's orgasm too, by the way.
A woman's orgasm, and that's clearly a man. So I don't know. We don't want any more Caitlyn Jenners on our hands. So
another track was by this guy named Drip 133. It's called Hissing. I'm gonna just fast. Yeah, I don't know. Like the track.
So is he the artist or is he the producer?
The producer. Like
Okay.
There's no one on here. I'll tell you if someone's featured, like vocals. Or
Okay, cool. That's dope.
That's
I
dope.
like that right there. That's dope.
That's dope.
That's dope.
That's dope. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's dope.
hot.
That's dope.
Oh man.
Yes. I'm in. Is this the guy with
shout
the
out
fucked
to
up
him.
name? Is this the name with the guy with the fucked up name, or was that the other guy?
No, this is Drip. This is a dude.
Okay, Drip. Okay,
all of these guys,
I can get behind
all
Drip.
these
I can
people
get
that I'm
behind
going
Drip.
through. If y'all go to my
Is he on Twitter?
SoundCloud,
Is Drip on Twitter?
I'll be right back. 1 second.
I'm not sure. But a lot of these artists that I'm telling you about right now,
I really don't
if you
want
go to my SoundCloud and it'll show my likes. These are all my likes in the past couple of months.
So is that just is there no song to that? It's just the music?
It's just a track.
Oh,
Most of the time I run
Drip
across
on Twitter. I need to follow that guy. I need to give him some goddamn support. like that guy.
Yeah, he's.
So when we going to hear the next Word EP?
I'm in the works of working that out. Actually, 2 of them really, because I got the one that I was doing before and some track stuff that I'm working on right now. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and play a little bit of my stuff too. It's a little promo track though, so it's not really complete. So we can move on. I know y'all want to move on to the next subject. I've been holding it up a little longer than what I expected to. So, let me see.
That's dope. I like that guy.
Yeah, no, that's a cool track to listen to. Like that's
reminds me some of the stuff you did. Like not the last one, the one before. What the fuck was that one? Hold on, I got it. Shit, what was the last one? The last one was the one you had the city skyline, right?
Yeah. But it's a whole bunch of stuff I've just been working on that I've let you listen to in the past couple of while. So I got to go back and run through. Okay. But this is the most recent stuff I've been working on right here.
Okay.
Drip.
Is this one of your songs?
Yeah. That's the one you were just listening to before we got on the podcast. If you go on my SoundCloud, you'll actually be able to hear it a little better.
I always love your music because it feels like it's made from my brain. Like, I feel like
that sounds like a score. It sounds like it would be like to.
And I told you that too. I told you that too, Drew.
Yeah, I love doing it. That's part of like kind of the stuff I like to incorporate when I do my own tracks.
You need to pitch your goddamn songs to Gran Turismo. You should sound like it's trying to out Gran Turismo.
What's that movie? Where they go inside your dreams? Is Leonardo DiCaprio, motherfucker?
Inception.
That sounds like to Inception 2, or at least not the first one.
And not right now, but I want to vent about how he doesn't have an Oscar yet. We can do that another podcast.
Leonardo? Oh yeah, man. Leonardo, I don't know why he hasn't. That's terrible. But yeah, be sure, like, if y'all want to check out some more stuff, just check out my SoundCloud. I have that track that you just heard on there.
WERD.
Yeah. Word Music. If anything, wherever it's tagged on here, just check that out. I know there's tons of more albums I want to go through, but I know we got to move on with subject matter. So.
Nah, man, that was cool, man. Hey, that drip was worth it alone, right there.
Yeah, no, that's a track. That's one of the tracks, man. Like that's one of the stuff I like daily when I'm just riding. I want to hear something that kind of get me going. I'll listen to that track while I'm driving. So.
All right, man. Well, shit. Hey, I need to find drip on goddamn Twitter. I can't find that fucking guy. There's all fucking drip posers on here. On fucking Twitter.
Let me see if I can. What I'll do. I'll see if I can help you out.
All right, look that up. But Mr. Status over there, you back? Shit's muted. I know he has some information about this goddamn Fallout, man. What's going on, man? I heard it was a little suspect.
Oh, the new Fallout?
Yeah, I heard that I heard the Fallout was not what's up, man.
Tim.
What?
I think he's got himself muted.
No, I can hear him. Can you hear us?
I don't see the fucking messages up there.
I got you, bro. Well, I guess we move on to the Patriot Act then.
All right.
Mr. McLean.
Man, so has anyone heard about the Patriot Act and what's going on with that?
I heard about it in its old,
no,
iteration or whatever.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go over all of it. So I just want to see if anyone had any specific questions or anything.
I try to stay out of the.
You shouldn't.
Ignorance is bliss.
But no, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
I'm much happier in my bubble. Before I watched a couple things I watched and my mouth blown, and I couldn't take it back. I can't.
So you'd rather be safe in your bubble?
Yeah, I would.
But there's fire and brimstone all about your bubble.
Yeah.
You never come out your bubble again.
No, I would. I'm just fine in my bubble.
That's fine.
Game of Thrones.
My bubble is quite cozy.
Your bubble was fake. So listen.
Until it's taken away from you.
Exactly.
At that point, then I will have to listen, right?
But that time it'd be way too late.
Yeah, but hopefully I'll be dead by that time.
Well, anyway, the Patriot Act, little background about the Act of Congress. It was signed into law by President, my best friend George W. Bush, on October 26, 2001. It's basically a 10-letter backronym. It's actually pretty funny. I did not know this. It stands for Uniting and Strengthening America by Providing Appropriate Tools Required to Intercept and Obstruct Terrorism Act, 2001. So yeah, it's actually a backronym. So
I hate the word terrorism.
Yeah, me too. It's very broad, very vague.
Shut up.
And it's done that way for a reason. It's just...
Oh, of course. A little bit more history on the Act of Congress. It was also on May 26, 2011. It was it was an extension in 2011. He extended it for a 4-year extension, which is why it's in the news now, because that 4-year extension has expired.
Was there a basis for the extension?
So, before I go into that, there was the 4-year extension. There was 3 key provisions to it: roving wiretaps, search of business records, and conducting surveillance on, and I quote, lone wolves, individuals suspected of terrorist-related activities not linked to any terrorist groups. So, independent people that just go crazy and want to shoot people. I guess I don't know. But what's funny about that is like the shootings at like Newtown, or in where's that, Colorado? That city in Colorado, where the guy did the movie theater shooting. That shit wasn't labeled terrorism. Nope, that's not cool with me.
Seems pretty terrifying.
It seems like the media picks and chooses what they're going to classify as terrorism. So that's awesome. So.
Come on!
The lack of congressional approval to parts of the Patriot Act that has expired June 1st, 2015, so just this past week. So there was a new passage. Now, there's a lot of the Patriot Act isn't going anywhere. Like, a lot of it is still there. With this USA Freedom Act, it's a new act they just passed June 2nd, 2015. Yeah, there's a lot of warning there. So the parts that were expired are going to be restored and renewed through 2019. However, there's a section that was amended, the NSA, from collecting mass phone data collection. They stopped that. So the NSA can't directly receive it, which they were before, and we know because in 2013, my good American friend Edward Snowden, who no longer is an American, had mentioned, or not mentioned it, but he leaked the information saying that the NSA was collecting this data. They were doing it legally, but the very amendment it infringes on civil liberties. So it's a kind of a murky and sticky situation. So instead of the NSA collecting it directly, what's going to happen is the phone companies are going to be required to retain that information themselves, and the NSA would have to go through, the usual channels, like through the federal court, to obtain the information they need about a suspected terrorist.
So my first question / interjection would be, under what basis are they even allowed to extend it?
That is a good question. A lot of it, even in 2001, a lot of it was because of the 9/11 incident. Now there were things that were in there inside of the Patriot Act prior to those events happening, which is kind of questionable. Like, well, this seems kind of odd. We didn't even have this stuff on our radar, but now all of a sudden you have this bill that literally passed, very, very quickly, not very long at all after
which doesn't happen ever.
Exactly. It was like literally. Let me see. If we can match up
the Patriot Act.
So October 26th, I remember 2001 October 26th, I was coming from gym class. Oh no, I wasn't coming from gym class, but on the actual 9/11. So 9/11, September 11th.
I was with Mr. Cole. I was with Mr. Cole.
I was in gym. So 9/11, September 11th, 2001, and then October 26th, 2001. That's when that fucking shit passed. Passed.
That, I mean, that's not went in.
No,
it was passed.
That's when they started writing it, and it took them. No, it was passed.
Passed.
So that's kind of that makes
funny thing. A lot of people didn't even know about that.
What's funny is that's when it initially came out. The big thing about it was they were questioning it. Like, wait a minute. People actually stopped and read it. Like, hey, wait a minute, man. Did you read this? What the hell? Talking. These were individuals in the media. That were like stopping their congressional representatives, like, "Hey, man, did you even read this?" "No, man, no, I didn't read it." And that was a response that a lot of people got from these people that are supposed to be looking out for our best interests. They're not even reading this shit, and you're like, "Oh, okay, man, thanks." And how about you read this? And then now it's like, "Oh, wow, well, you're right." There was actual quote. I can't remember the senator, or the congressman that they asked. But they were like, "Oh, do you realize that if we read every single bill that came past, that nothing would get done?" So and then that's another issue in itself.
So they just say, "Fuck it, I like the title of the first 3 paragraphs passing."
Pretty much.
Pretty much. That's what it is. And it's not even that. And you guys know it's not that. What it is that, hey, man, I want this shit passed. It's been sitting on the fucking table for 15 years. So I can give you my vote, and then you're going to help me out with this shit. That's what it is.
Yeah,
like, I mean, it's not.
That's how it works, man. Unfortunately.
Exactly. It's not even about them. It's about whatever.
Our government made bribes legal.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Lobbying is goddamn government bribes.
Exactly.
Once we get to that point, anything's gonna fucking happen. But my thing with that is, I never believed in like some people thought it was like an inside job or some shit like that. The 9/11 shit. I never believed that. But what I do believe is that they may have had some forward intel and they decided to capitalize on the situation.
Right.
I'm not sure how much they could have stopped or prevented or whatever, but they definitely capitalized on that situation to pass this act.
That's another sticky situation there, because
it's really kind of funny to me how everything unfolded though. Like I know what you're saying, Jugs. As far as it didn't seem like anything. It could have been an inside job. Somebody knew something. I'm not saying
in my ignorance bubble, I like to believe that there was no inside job,
Yeah,
I would like to think that as well, because if it is, man, like.
Well, I have a lot more information I want to go over, so this would be actually a good segue for that.
Sequence activated.
So,
oh god.
I wanted to go before I move forward with what you guys are talking about. Keep that in mind, everyone. That inside jobs. So Snowden quote. So Snowden obviously had a vested interest in this. He was looking on from Russia or Hong Kong, where the hell he is.
He's in Russia right now.
He's in Russia? Okay. So he had a direct quote saying, "Ending the mass surveillance of private phone calls under the Patriot Act is a historic victory for the rights of every citizen, but is only the latest product of a change in global awareness." Keep that in mind, global. This has global implications, citing numerous foreign court decisions, new technologies, and laws passed around the globe. The balance of power is beginning to shift. Shift where? Back to the people. Why? Because no one's trying to hear this shit no more. Right. So, of course, back in the day, Snowden, journalist from The Guardian, filmmaker Laura Poitras, I butchered that. But that was in 2013 when they revealed the classified information about the various NSA surveillance programs that he had obtained while working as a contractor on the company in Hawaii. So, Edward Snowden, if you guys don't remember, that he's the one that leaked it and told us that the NSA is actually spying on us. Obviously, that wasn't something that we're very forthright about in the actual bill when they passed it. But whatever. But he goes on to mention that there's new spying programs in Australia, Canada, France, in addition to comments from the British Prime Minister David Cameron as disturbing anti-privacy trends across the globe. So we could be seeing a lot of resistance everywhere in regards to infringing upon citizens' privacy. So it should be something to look forward to in the future. But he ended by saying that public opinion is shifting towards more of an open society. That he believes that society will push back against the government because of the infringement on privacy. So it's actually it's getting really interesting to see people actually be more aware and more active about what's going on and what the government's doing or not doing. So it's gonna be cool. So moving on. Any questions there? I'm sorry, gentlemen. I ramble.
Nah, man.
Comments.
Hey, and for goddamn Tim over there, Apple hater, they are very, very much against helping give away any information from Apple device users. Like the new goddamn fingerprinting shit that they have. It essentially fucks over like any like law, officer or whatever you will. If they want to take somebody's phone, like it's all of our data is instantly encrypted with that shit. And they're like, we're not gonna help you get into somebody's phone just because you say just because you say we can. So I don't know. I'm always I'm adamantly against that shit, man. However, I would rather have not known any of that. That being said.
All right. Well, now you do. Knowing's half the battle. All right.
So do you agree with Snowden then?
Do I?
Yeah. Anybody.
Or
do you think he's making up shit up? Because a lot of the stuff he says is actually true so far.
What?
But that's what happens, though. I'm sorry to interrupt you real quick.
No. It was a question directed to you guys.
Yeah.
But
and everybody watching.
But that's what happens, though, when someone speaks out against something that's not right. Obviously, as a contractor with the government, he signed something saying that he's not going to talk. However, there has to be some type of moral boundary against laws that are going to put you in prison or possibly execute you for treason. But at the same time, they're doing something that is infringing upon civil liberties.
My brain is struggling with that idea of treason.
Right.
Treason?
Treason.
For telling us that the government is snooping into all of our conversations and all that crap. That's treason. Right. But I mean, did he give away any locations of troops or?
No. Well, the thing is, he signed an agreement.
Okay, but that's not treason.
It is if it states that if you.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Treason is not a fucking word you throw around lightly because you signed a contract that says that okay, you're not supposed to talk about this certain fucking topic. That's maybe illegal according to that contract, but it's not treason.
Depends on who the contract's with.
Yep.
It doesn't matter who the contract's with.
And at this point, the contract's with the U.S. government.
That's the U.S. government, man.
No, fuck that. Treason is... does anybody have a definition of Webster's? What the fuck is treason? Because my brain is not recognizing that as treason. Not even close.
I got it on my phone.
Let's see.
You got treason? Definition of treason on your phone?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
It's the crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow the government. Treason. What do you think Snowden did?
So he's trying to overthrow the government by saying that, hey guys, the government's listening to all your fucking phone calls. You guys know that?
The crime of betraying one's country.
They didn't want people to know that shit, so they betrayed the country.
But the thing is, how was that betraying the country by not letting us know that?
By moral standards, no, it's not treason.
No, I'm not talking about morals.
But for what he signed, it's treason.
No, listen. If this shit was supposedly public knowledge, right? Because all these bills are supposed to be public knowledge, correct?
Yeah, they are.
So is it? Don't get me wrong. I'm very ignorant when it comes to the actual.
Okay, look, I pulled up Cornell University Law School with their Legal Information Institute, the U.S. Code 2381-18. Treason: whoever owing allegiance to the United States levies war against them or adheres to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort within the United States or elsewhere, is guilty of treason and shall suffer death, or shall be imprisoned not less than 5 years and fined under this title, but less than 10,000.
So are the American people an enemy?
No.
Incapable of holding any office under the United States.
He stated it. He leaked it to the internet, so that's the whole world. So
exactly.
The whole world knew. So that means other countries knew, and that means our enemies knew.
Yes.
So it's a technicality treason. That's what it is.
I mean, sure.
It's not technicalities. I understand what you're saying, but the information he gave was still given to our enemies.
Yeah, but do they hold news affiliates with treason?
Stop it. you know that the fucking news is fucking control. It's a fucking puppet. They're not gonna put anything on there they don't want you to know.
But that's my point, though. Like they've given out locations and all kind of shit. You know, like I don't. That's just confusing to me that a guy, you know, that is.
You gotta remember during the time that he spends in Russia, or I thought he was in America already, but
no, he's in Russia. Well, let's say he's in Russia.
There is no telling what he has given them.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Now I'm talking. Okay, that's fine. Anything after the leak.
He was in Hong Kong too.
Fine. That's fine. That's okay. I get what you're saying there, Tim. But what I'm saying is, just that release. Okay, yes, you signed that contract. You know, maybe you know it was a silence clause or whatever the hell it was. But
here's my thing. Let's put let's add up together the timeline right here. When Russia invaded Ukraine, was it out? Was this stuff already leaked?
I don't know.
When was that? What year?
When Russia?
You talking about when Jordan, Jordan, all that shit?
You talking about a couple months ago or a year ago?
Okay, so how long ago did Edward Snowden release these?
That's 2013 when he released it.
So coincidence says that.
No coincidence.
Yeah, because look, think about it. He released all this information, all these illegal activities that the United States is doing, yada yada yada. Coincidence? Putin over here taking over his side of the goddamn country right now. 2 days ago, we're getting cyber attacked by China, and they're declaring a cyber war against America. No coincidence?
It is kind of ironic.
I don't believe in coincidence. However, what else was like? I don't know what else he was tasked with doing. So I'm not sure what his actual access level was to actually have given that type of information that will lead to your coincidence or lack thereof. Because like I said, I don't believe in coincidence. Everything is coincidence is reality in my opinion. But I don't know. I don't have enough info.
It's ironic.
Coincidence and there you go. Coincidence and ironic would say that we would not go to war in any shape or form, physical or cyber, with China due to economy bases and shit like that. Our major surplus, trades and goods. So he leaks out information. China doesn't like it, and all of a sudden we're getting attacked by China cyberly.
Well, it's because China has their fucking hand up our asses. That's why, with all their shit, So. Any information that leaks that's ours could be theirs as well. So that's a natural progression with that.
Exactly.
I guess.
Moving on.
That's what I'm saying. Coincidence? That's what I'm saying. And that goes back to my question. Do you guys agree with him releasing that information out to the people of the United States? People around the world.
Like I said,
what the information I have. Do you consider him a bad guy? Is he a good guy? I mean, whose side is he on? Is he on the side for himself?
If his only transgression is letting us know what was happening, then yes, I'm for him. But like I said, I don't know what else or whatever else he had access to leak or whatever. So I can't say I'm 100% on board, but I'm on board with that portion. And we may never know what the hell he put out. So
yeah, like I said, there's a whole bunch of other shit that we don't know because all we know is what we see. Obviously, we don't have all the information that he had, so ain't no telling. He could have more shit.
And that's the funny thing.
Like he said earlier, location of troops and shit like that. Our next targets or who's targeting us, shit like that.
And that's the funny thing, because he may not be the only person that has information. So
this wasn't the first time. It wasn't the first time.
Yeah.
That one soldier who did the same shit earlier, who changed himself into a woman while he's in jail.
Yeah, I mean, this is just an occurrence of
Bruce.
No, this was the actual soldier in the army.
It's just a coincidence now that it's coming to head, but think about all the times that stuff has been passed around that hadn't come to head or hadn't come to the public. So
right.
Well,
and also with this shit going on, do you think half of this fucking United States of America is even paying attention or even caring?
No.
That was the whole thing with people throwing up about the Bruce Jenner stuff. Like, it was so much stuff being passed with
all that
Bruce
shit.
Jenner.
All that shit was happening over the weekend. That shit was voted on.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. This isn't the first time.
They do this shit all the time, bro.
When Michael Jackson died.
Exactly. During I was just about to say that during the time Michael Jackson had died, Obama was over there trying to make a new world order with the one world currency with the Pope, Vatican City. This is all the same time.
Nobody knew about that.
Yeah.
Well, people knew, but then it wasn't like the normal public didn't know. Like, if you told them that, they're like, "No, you're lying. No, Obama was getting a haircut, taper fade.
Taper fade.
During that time, during the whole week or two, whatever it was, when they were doing the whole Michael Jackson ceremony trilogy and all that stuff, and when he passed, that's when he went to the Vatican City and signed that little thing for one world currency, one world government bank.
I would like to spend a segment on another podcast about that shit, about Vatican City, Washington D.C., and Switzerland.
Oh yeah, that could be.
Are you talking about these major cities and
that aren't part of the country?
Exactly, that aren't even states.
Yeah, they're city states or whatever the fuck you want to call them, but they're not part of the countries that they're in.
Yeah.
So
that's why they can get away with all kinds of illegal shit.
Exactly.
Because one has the money, one has the religion, one has the goddamn government. So that's a whole nother.
Another one has the bank, but there's another one in England.
Right.
Yeah, that's the loopholes. But a lot of people don't even know about that. I mean, us four know about it, but think about all the ignorant people that don't know. They just think everything is all peachy green.
Yep. Or just look at your timeline on Facebook and see what they're doing. I always do that shit on Facebook. I'll post something relevant like this and see how many people will get a like. Just to see who's paying attention. About 5 or 10. Somebody posts up a goddamn picture about, what's this bitch's name that broke up with Wiz Khalifa, the white girl? Amber Rose. Oh, Amber Rose coming to San Antonio, 1,000 likes. I'm like, really? This is what we're doing right now? This is what you guys want to see? Don't get me wrong, she's cute and all, but goddamn, I want to know what's really going on that affects me, not this bitch that I'm going to go see for $20 fucking and not even get to grab ass.
She could care less if I died tomorrow. Yeah. She'd still be going on about her life.
Just check out your timeline. Go ahead, Ace, when after we're done, post a fucking link on your Facebook and watch how many people actually read the shit.
Oh, I know. I do that shit all the time, man.
And that's the world we live in.
Oh yeah.
People don't want to know.
It's gross.
Like you said, Jugs, you want to be in your bubble.
All right, so I'm gonna end with this. I hope your bubble never reemerges because of this too. Operation Northwoods. Probably heard of this before. Drew probably too. I don't know.
I'm done talking. I'm gonna mute myself.
Operation Northwoods was a proposed operation against the Cuban government that originated within the Department of Defense, DoD, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States government in 1962. The proposals called for the CIA, or the Central Intelligence Agency, or the other U.S. government operatives to commit acts of terrorism against American civilians and military targets. I believe their plan was to blow up the lob mortars over into Guantanamo and kill U.S. military people, American civilians, and the airliners, blowing them up, shit like that, and then blaming it on the Cuban government and Fidel Castro's regime, just to justify a war to go against Cuba. The proposals were rejected by who else but the Kennedy administration. So that's a loaded little bit of information there. So when people talk about, well, I don't believe that 9/11 was an inside job, okay, maybe it wasn't, but maybe it was, because there's so many now unlocked little operations missions that were either carried out or not carried out or declined, but they happened, or the speculation at least happened. There was an experiment. I can't remember the name of the operation at the time, but basically the CIA, back when they were doing the first inceptions of the MK Ultra program with the mind control and psychedelics and everything, what they were doing was that they had a whorehouse. I believe it was
podcasters. If you don't know, look it up. MK Ultra.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe MK Ultra, but we'll go into that. Another podcast maybe. But a whorehouse, and I believe it was Chicago or New York. I can't remember the city. But they would dose up dudes going to get the cock sucked. They would dose them with LSD and then watch the effects. It was like an experiment that no one knew about, except for the government. So,
what the fuck?
Deliberate.
And then look now. Where's LSD now? You can get LSD on demand.
It's
like DirecTV.
It's still illegal.
That's what I'm saying.
Psychedelics, DMT, naturally produced in your brain, but it's fucking a Schedule 1 narcotic.
Another podcast.
Yes, sir.
Ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
Another podcast, man.
We need to go ahead and get Alex Jones on here too for an interview.
Alex Jones. I like Alex
that would
Jones.
Be funny.
He's a lot of energy. I love that guy.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
But yeah, man, that's the bubble. Yes, it's comfortable. It's a nice place to be, but at the same time, man, you don't want to be caught with your pants down in your bubble.
Yep.
My pants are always down in my bubble, so
that's terrible.
I will always get
Hey, now you got to watch out for that.
I guess, man. I guess.
At least have a mirror in front of you so you can see what's coming behind you. If you don't do that.
Nope. I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything.
Fucked by the green weenie again.
All right, man. God damn it! I hate you fuckers.
No, man, it's out here, man. I mean, it's out here. That's the only thing. It's out here to research. Even for the people that's here in the podcast, there's so much stuff that people just overlook, and maybe because they don't want to know. I mean, I understand because there's a lot of information that'll kind of get you to start thinking. You'll be like, well, okay, maybe I need to reconsider my life choices.
Yeah, something you gotta do. Well, everybody, that was our time. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. If you guys have any questions or whatnot, when we upload the video to the YouTube channel, just go ahead and leave it there. Leave feedback. Everything's more than welcome. You're not gonna hurt our feelings for being negative or positive. We welcome all feedback. So go ahead and let us know. Say what you guys think. What else you guys might want to hear on the next podcast. We're gonna go ahead and, like I said, we're gonna wrap this up. My name is once again Tim at Mr. Gomez 210 at Twitter, Status 210 on PSN and YouTube. And go ahead, everybody.
Go ahead, Ace.
Oh, Ace, a.k.a. Jesse McLean. I am at Black_Jax Teller on Twitter, Facebook. You can try to look me up by first and last name. You probably won't find me.
Drew?
Drew Scott. You probably won't find me on Facebook either unless you have a friend of a friend of a friend that knows me. So I'll just give you my SoundCloud tag and my Twitter, which is @_WERD word music WERD.
I'm also on Facebook, but I'm a French Canadian on there, so I'm not sure you'll find me. My Twitter is @yourmoms_. Yes, I am. And that's UR. And that's it, guys. Thanks for coming.
All right, everybody. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. If you're drinking tonight, go ahead and make sure you don't drive. Get yourself a DD. And we'll see you guys next episode.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.